I wanted to ask though, what do you recall the first time that you had to use, a gimmick of any kind in a match? The first time you had to get hit, the first
Yeah.
time you had to bleed, the first time you had to take a bump through a table. Do you
Well,
remember any of that?
I didn't have to bleed too many times in my career. It just wasn't my thing. I always said, man, it'd be best for the white guy to bleed, and it looks better. It'd show up a whole lot more, so I'd normally beat the hell out of him. But what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Do you remember the first time you had to get hit with a
Oh
chair or
no,
anything like
no,
that?
the match that I think I remember the most. I wasn't off in the hardcore matches. I've never had really a hardcore match, but one.
Two-time hardcore champion, by the way, Booker T.
Well, but like I say, it was in the middle of the square circle, no gimmicks. But I remember having a match with the Nasty Boys. And it was a street fight, and we could do everything that we wanted. We could use whatever we wanted, and it was the worst match in my wrestling career. I don't think I've ever watched it. Maybe once I've watched pieces of it. But we fought into this, concession stand that we had made up, had hot dogs and, some of those big containers of mustard and big containers of ketchup. And it was just like, okay, let's do this. So we fought off into it, and, it was like a food fight going on. And I remember Knobs picked up one of those big containers of ketchup, and he swung it and he hit me like on the back of the neck with it. And I swear it hurt so bad. I thought, this is not something I want to be a part of. This is not my deal. We got out of that match. We were slipping all over the place because of the ketchup and mustard on the floor and whatnot. I remember I had a red outfit on that night, and it was ruined. I had to throw it out that night. And I never wanted to have a street fight or that kind of match ever again. That's why I always pretty much lobbied when it came to having those type of matches. You know what, man? I don't know if I could do that. Jumping off of that, I'm not feeling that. So they will find someone to actually have those type of matches. But for me, Knobs, Sags, Booker T and Stevie Ray, that was the last time I think I really had a fight like that.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, when did you ever see Hogan jump off a ladder? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but those matches are there again. Like I just said again, it's a place for those type of guys on the card. It is a place for that one match on the card that night.
Right.
But I just don't think everybody can do those type of matches. It just wasn't in my, forte. It wasn't my repertoire to go out and, I didn't want to get hurt. Okay, that's the one thing I did not want to do. Excuse me. Let's say that again. I did not want to get injured. All right, I knew I was going to get hurt. That just comes along with the territory. But I did not want to get injured doing this. And so many guys I've seen go out there and do something, and they're out for 6 months, and they got to go through that rehab. They got to go get the MRI, and that right there alone for me, getting the MRI, you might as well leave me out for a year. You put
those
me
MRI machines suck, huh?
Man, I feel like I'm gonna die every time I'm in there, and I hear that ringing in my ear. You don't say nothing. Be still. How can I be still in this machine? I remember one time I was in the MRI machine, and I got literally like halfway through it, and I just couldn't take it no more. And she was like, "You only got like 15 more minutes," and I was like, "15 minutes." I'm gonna die in 15 minutes. So it started going in my ear. And I just couldn't take it. I go, I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. And they go, we're almost there. I say, let me out. I'm gonna break something. They ran their asses in there so quick.
No. Don't do it to the machine. No.
They got me out of that machine so quick, brother. Next time I came, they gave me value.
Take one of these. You'll feel much better.
But I swear, man, getting injured means going into the MRI machine. And it's no fun being one of those guys. Rey Mysterio, I think, has had 16 surgeries.
A lot of knee ops, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's, I mean, not just knee, but shoulder, probably elbow, and it just that, just think about it. That's time off every time, and then the rehab is just as hard as being off. It's a monster. So nah, man, I hated those kind of matches.
Yeah, I remember. I don't. This is such a vivid memory for me. I was in elementary school. It was right when I became a fan, and before you walked in the cafeteria, they had the stacks of this folding chairs. So if like there was like an assembly or something, they take the stacks of the folding chairs off, and nobody was looking. Right, the teachers were preoccupied with lunch or what have you. So I wanted to pick one up to see what it was like, and I mean, I was what 7, 8. I tried to pick that chair up. That was the heaviest damn thing that I've ever picked up in my life. And I'm like, people swing this as a weapon? How the hell do they do that? I was like, that seems like it would suck.
No, man, I always like watching those matches from afar. I'm serious. I mean, just not my thing, man. Just never have been, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll see. We'll see at Jericho. Jericho's 50, isn't he?
I think he's 50.
50 something.
Yeah.
Going in there and doing a match that I don't think he's really ever done. We saw him and Moxley tear it up before in WWE with the thumbtacks and I can't remember. It wasn't a Chamber of Horrors. What did they call it? Something like that.
Yeah. I think that might have been it. Yeah.
Was it the Chamber of Horrors? I thought that was the one where they electrocuted Abdullah the Butcher.
I didn't see that match.
You don't remember that?
I didn't see that match right
there. Where Cactus Jack electrocuted Abdullah?
No,
at Halloween Havoc?
I wasn't off in the, those times. It did, again, that was what, WWF, right?
That was WCW.
I didn't see that.
You don't remember this one? I think it was, and Sting blew his knee out, I think, in that match. There was a lot of stuff going on.